Hi, I'm Luke Partridge and welcome back to Col UTV for our pre-match show today ahead of the Bromley game. It's our first league meeting with the Ravens, but we have played them once before in 2009 in the FA Cup and we come out 4-0 victors on that day, so we'll be hoping for some more of that today. On the show this afternoon, we will have our August goal of the month. Also, Danny Cowley's pre-match thoughts. But let's kick off the show and hear what Matt Macy has to say at the training ground ahead of today's game.
Matt, had a full week of training. Must be looking forward to the game on Saturday now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's always good when you get a full week. You can prepare properly, tactically and things like that. So yeah, it's been a good lead-in after a busy few weeks beforehand. So it's nice to get a full week.
And a few new players coming in, it gives them another few days of training to get to know you both on the pitch and off the pitch.
Yeah, it's important. Obviously, they didn't get pre-season with us, so that's going to build over the next few weeks. But yeah, every new player comes in has an impact either way. So yeah, I really like what I've seen.
Obviously, after the long journey last week, looking forward to playing at home again because the last two games at home, the crowd have got behind us pretty much.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's obviously a long, busy week last week. And everyone loves playing at home, especially in front of our fans. We had a good game against Brentford and didn't get the rub of the green. So if we get a bit of luck this weekend.
Yeah, and you personally, obviously been at the club a couple of months now. How do you feel you've settled in now and we're a month into the season?
Yeah, loving it. Absolutely, really enjoying my football. Feels like I've been here a lot longer. And yeah, I'm enjoying playing, I'm enjoying being involved, and yeah, long may it continue.
Brilliant.
Matt Macy saying he's looking forward to playing at home in front of our supporters once again. And on that note, fantastic support once again today. So well done to each and every one of you. A goal that was scored in front of you, the South Stand, some of you, was August's goal of the month. Let's take a look at the goal and the goal scorer himself talking us through it.
Arthur, August gone, we're into September and the goal of the month competition, and once again you were up there in the contenders and you've won it this month.
Yeah, as I was just saying off camera, a bit surprised, but looking back at the goal, yeah, it was a really good goal and I'm happy to win it.
Yeah, and I suppose it's one of those goals that wasn't all about you and a spectacular finish. It was about from end to end with a few people involved.
Yeah, it was a good counter-attack, to be fair. Obviously starting from Macy at the back. I think he rolled it out to Payne quite quickly, and then the link up between him and Samson was good. And I kind of knew to playing a bit further forward to running behind. And yeah, left me kind of one-on-one with the defender, which was, yeah, perfect for me.
Yeah, and we had a similar one last season, didn't we, where you kind of twisted and turned the defence and got it onto your left foot and put it in the corner. Do you think that was playing on a defender's mind, maybe?
I think the defender definitely knew I was left-footed, and he kind of showed me quite a lot onto my right foot, and yeah, I just kind of had to back myself and take the opportunity, really.
Yeah, and from more than just a goal now, about the season so far for you, has it been frustrating that you haven't quite got the minutes that you would have wanted? Yeah,
definitely. Very frustrating, but there's a long season ahead and plenty of football to be played.
I suppose the competition for places is a good thing for the club.
Yeah, it shows that we're going in a positive direction. Everyone's kind of got to be on it every day and fight for their place, because the people on the bench, like myself, we're all hungry to play.
Arthur Reed, they're talking us through his and our August goal of the month. Now, finally on the show, we've got Danny Cowley's pre-match thoughts as we go in search of another 3 points today and our second home league win of the season.
Danny, across the first few games we talked about different teams, different challenges. Did Bromley offer something different altogether?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is what's brilliant about League Two, that no game is the same. So many different styles, so many different ways of playing, and yeah, I think there's a lot for us to respect in Bromley. I think they've had an incredible rise through the non-league pyramid. Got to the National League. Nicky and I know the toughest division to get promoted from, and we're so fully deserving. I watched them in the playoff final. Went to Wembley and watched them against Solihull Moors, and yeah, they were really well organised on the day. Take the space away from the opponent. I think have good distances against the ball, carry a real threat on the counter attack as well, and also a real threat from set pieces. So I can see why they've had continued success, and I think Andy Woodman and his players have done a really good job there. So yeah, for us, we will absolutely have our utmost respect.
And does that make it a little bit more difficult because you want the ball, you want to be attacking them all the time, but you've got to be a bit worried about any counter attack when they do win it back?
Yeah, I think that they're very good, like I said, at taking your space away, and they sit in with good distances against the ball and almost prize you out, and then want to try to counter attack in the space that you leave, and they're almost waiting for the mistake. So yeah, I think that this is how they like to play. I think for us, we have really good clarity over how we want to play. I think spoke to the group today, we have a really good competition for places now. This is definitely the most competitive we've been as a group in terms of the balance of the squad. You almost look across the group now, we have competition in every position. And like I said to the boys today, that competition, they're almost each other's best friend, because this is what drives the standards on a daily basis in training. And if we can do that, I think that this is how we keep improving, and yeah, we say all the time, like, our ambition every day is to try to be better than this.
Yeah, and was it important this week, especially with new players coming in, to have that week out on the training ground?
I think it really helps us at the moment, because we're a new group and there's lots of new partnerships and lots of new relationships. We've probably made the most changes in the whole of the Football League, I would have thought, with players out and players in. I think, you know, we've had a brilliant window. I think credit to the academy, because you know we've been able to sell a lot of young players in this window and bring in really good money, which, you know, thankful to Robbie, because he always allows us to reinvest it into either the academy or into the first team. He negotiated a brilliant deal with Brad on transfer deadline day, which allows us to be really well remunerated straight away, but also to keep a stake in the player, because we know Brad has got so much potential. And yeah, of course we're sad to see him go, but we're really excited to see what his future brings. And yeah, I was pleased the window shut on Friday. It felt like a long window, but yeah, we really believe in the group that we've put together, and we've got lots of work to do to become the team that we want to be. And it's just it's very early days, but of course when you do get a clean week like we've had, and a clear week, I think it's really important, particularly when we're in the kind of the stage of the development that we're in. So yeah, lots of good work's gone on, and yeah, we're so excited for the game on Saturday.
Yeah, and one person who won't be involved on Saturday or in the near future, Milton only. Terrible injury.
No, yeah, really sad news for us. We found out on Tuesday that Milton has ruptured his cruciate. Football can be a really cruel game, and of course he had a brilliant pre-season, Milton. His development through pre-season has been so accelerated, and of course he makes his senior debut against Reading in the Carabao Cup, plays well, scores a penalty, helps us to go through, then makes his league debut on the Saturday, comes on, turns the ball over, creates the goal for Jack Payne against Milton Keynes, then starts and plays his against the Premier League team in the Carabao Cup, and more than holds his own, looks a really good player at the level, and then 60 minutes in, an innocuous challenge, and he finds himself with a cruciate injury, and it's really sad for him. I think it shows you why it's so hard to be a professional footballer. But he has a brilliant support network around him, both with his family and his extended family in us. We all think so much of him as a boy. I can only think that this is God's plan for him, because I think maybe this cruciate he knew was going to happen, and he was just showing him, look, this is what it looks like to be a professional footballer. You have all the attributes to be a professional footballer. the journey's not going to be quite as straightforward as we would like, but Milton, if you're willing and you really want it and you're willing to now go and get your head down for the next 9, 10, 11, 12 months, then yeah, you've got this and you can do this, and we will give him all the support that we can. And I have no doubts that he will overcome this challenge like he's overcome all the other challenges in his young life. And I have a lot of faith in him, not just as a player but also as a person. And yeah, once he got over the original and the initial disappointment on Tuesday, having seen and spoken to him yesterday, he's I can see in his eye he's really determined, and yeah, we'll be with him every step of the way.
Good to hear Danny talk of so much competition for first team places. Talking of first team places, head across to the website or our socials for all the up-to-date and the latest first team news that Danny Cowley has chosen for today's game. That's about it for me. Just a quick reminder, all our home games up until and including Salford are all on sale now. I'll let you get your programmes, get out, take your seats, cheer on the lads, and hopefully come 5 o'clock-ish, we're talking about another 3 points in the bag for us here at Colchester United. Till next time, have a great afternoon. It's goodbye for now.